I always say to people that horse riding is like the ultimate mindfulness experience, because if I sit someone on a horse, it just gives you that break from everything else. I feel like as soon as I put my foot in that stirrup and I'm in that saddle, I don't worry about anything else. I just think about me, the horse, and the task at hand. So I guess it's just a reprieve from everyday life, really. I guess over the years, my MS has, it's taken a lot from me, but it's also given me a lot, and I think a change in perspective was the biggest thing. You never know what's around the corner, so you've just got to grab every chance with both hands. So yeah, in a way I say to people I kind of feel lucky that I got that chance to make my life mine. I just turned 17 at the time. I was about to go into year 12. I lost my ability to walk. I couldn't speak properly. I had total right-sided numbness. I had quite a few things going on. They came to the conclusion that I had MS, and that just rocked my world, really. It just flipped my world upside down, inside out, and changed my perspective. It just meant that I couldn't go back to normal life, and it took a while, but I realised life was going to look very different for me from that point on. So yeah, it was a huge shock. I went through the why me and all of that. I'd been riding up until that point. I had a horse, and my coach called me one day and was like, "What are you doing? Come on, get up here. Even if all you can do is sit up here, just come up." And I just started doing that. I just went up and I sat with the horses. I had my first sit back on my horse, and it looked so different to what I was used to, and it was a challenge because I kept pushing myself too far, and then I was exhausted, or I would end up sick, or I had to really learn to manage what I was able to do and what I wasn't able to do. And I had to ask for help, a lot of help. I had done OT, physical therapy, I did rehab with a neurophysio, but nothing compared to what those horses offered for me. Just the feedback from them, even brushing the horses, the feedback through the saddle, the movement of the horse, it just accelerated my physical rehab and mental rehab more than I could have imagined. But I also love the horses, and the horses for me come first. If you ask me the best part of my sport, it's that I get to work with my horses. I thought, okay, how do I make a life out of this, and how do I find fulfilment when maybe high performance sport is not going as well, or we're in an off period and we're just training? What's going to get me by day? He's still here. His name's Minty. This horse owes me nothing. He has given me so many experiences and allowed me to do so many things. He was the first horse I took through high performance sport. He's got the most generous temperament. He's not flash enough for an international stage, but he never stopped trying, and he ended up on a national high performance squad, state high performance squad. He was shortlisted for 2018-2019 Dressage Horse of the Year. He just has a heart of gold, and I've taken him into stadiums full of people, and he hasn't let me down. And to this day, he's in the paddock, and he yells out at me every morning telling me that breakfast is 5 minutes late. So yeah, I owe him so much. I think that there are talented riders out there, grassroots riders, that I'd love to see progress into high performance sport, whether it be able body or para. I just want to see them succeed. And you get that moment where you get a rider back on a horse after an injury, and they get over that initial fear and that anxiety, and then you see the smile, and that just absolutely makes me so happy. And then they start crying, and I am just hopeless. If someone starts crying, I'm gone. So, I think that chance to be able to give someone that experience, like, how cool is that? That is so much better than anything. How many people get to say they get to do their favourite thing every day for work, for enjoyment, for sport? Like, I feel so privileged that I have this opportunity, and that I've made this career and life and place where I can share this with other people. And I just think of younger me at school, not knowing what she wanted to do, and I just think, God, she would have no idea. She would look at this and go, are you joking? And, you know, I get a lot of young riders through, and you ask them every time, you know, what do you want to do after school? Or what do you want to do? I want to ride horses. I want to compete horses. I want to work with horses. And, you know, you get to say, well, yeah, it is kind of possible. So, yeah, I guess that keeps me going.